Hey everyone, Simon here. Just thought I'd get some thoughts to video. And basically, you've all probably heard about GDPR. If I hear that word one more time, yeah. For those of you who are unaware of those four bastard letters, GDPR, it's basically the ICO's way of stopping spam and cold calling. And when I say ICO, I mean the Information Commissioning Office, not Initial Coin Offering. And yeah, so they're doing it under a good banner that they want to stop cold calling and spam and stuff like that. And so they're putting the power of your data back into your control. So we have the right to be forgotten. So you can call up any company, if you're in Europe, and demand to know what information is stored about you and that you have the right to be forgotten. So you can say delete it. Long story short, companies that do not comply can be fined up to 4% of global turnover, which is really interesting. So this does lead to cryptos, by the way. And so I was thinking the other day, like, why are they doing this? Like, yes, it's a good cause to get rid of spam and stuff like that, because I get shitloads. But then you have to always follow the money. Whenever there's anything to do with investing, or hell, just anything on the world scene, always follow the money trail, and then it will tell you exactly what's going on. And basically, as of the 25th of May, etc., every business in Europe has to sign up to the ICO. So businesses, I think, I've got my PA doing all of this, so she's the clued up one, I'm the not so clued up one. But basically, any business under 500 staff has to pay £35 a year to the ICO, and the bigger businesses pay, I think, 500 or 1,500 quid a year, whatever. But here's the thing, when I thought, right, I'm going to follow the money trail here and see where it takes me. When you do the maths, there are 23 million businesses in Europe. 23 million. 23 million times £35 a year, ballpark. That comes out at £67 million per month. That's one hell of a freaking income stream. £67 million a month income stream. And I was like, holy shit. And so I've started looking into who owns the ICO. And it's interesting, I'm not going to say. I would suggest that you Google that yourself, because I'm going to sound like a loony. Anyway, what does this mean about cryptos? What this means is that there are a great number, hell, perhaps the majority of cryptos out there, which are GDPR non-compliant. Shit the bed. Yeah, and I wonder how long it'll take for the ICO to figure that out. And basically, because obviously, when I say GDPR non-compliant, it's only for, I guess, if there's any cryptos out there, or blockchains, or distributed ledger technologies where personal data is stored on a public ledger. And so in some cases, there is personal data stored on public blockchains, and guess where that's all stored? All over the freaking world. And you do not have the ability to be forgotten, because some of these blockchains are immutable. So yeah, I see a fair few ICOs like failing to launch, probably a few cryptos. What I'm interested in is how compliant ERC20 tokens are, because that could be a future shitfest. But yeah, anyway, that's something to ponder on. Also, something else which I see looming is the Ether, or the Ethereum futures market. Now, what you need to understand is that when the big money, Wall Street, want to play in any new asset class, they refuse to do that unless there's a futures market, which is why they've rushed in and they cobbled together the Bitcoin futures market just before Christmas. They really forced that through. And one of the reasons they need a futures market is that way they can do naked shorting. So they use it basically to suppress or manipulate prices. So like they could dump a $10 billion sell order onto the market, even though they don't own $10 billion worth of Bitcoin. And what we tend to see, not just with cryptos or with the Bitcoin futures market, but with most markets where there's a new futures market, prices do tend to tank. And now that the Ethereum market or futures market is opening up, there could be a bit of a dip as things go live. I mean, put it this way: if you're a bastard bank with $10 billion and no morals or qualms about playing in the market, and you want to get in, you're not going to buy in at spot price, are you? You're going to drive the market down, then get in. So, yeah. However, there is a little bit of a conflicting thing in my head because I am actually quite bullish for cryptos in the medium term. So I really do think we're going to get out of this slump over the next 3 months. And if you look at cryptos over the last 5 years, every major crash over the last 5 years, it's mainly been due to a fiat to crypto conversion choke point. So whether, as in, it's when there's been a choke point where people cannot convert their pounds, dollars, yen, rupees, etc. into cryptos. So it could be a case of all of the major exchanges suddenly closing their doors and accepting no new users, which happened over Christmas or quite regularly last year, or some big exchanges being hacked or going bust or stuff like that. It's when we have these fiat to crypto gateway choke points, that's when we tend to see most of the crashes. But now there's so many different exchanges coming online. One of my students is now launching a pound sterling to fiat to crypto gateway, which is going to be really fun. It's called FIFO. I'm an advisor on that, so that's going to be fun when that launches. And basically what this means is Bitcoin's going to lose market share. I mean, Bitcoin will always naturally dilute market share anyway because of the sheer magnitude of cryptos coming online. But I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, because all the new exchanges coming online, people won't have to, convert their fiat into Bitcoin to then buy others. Now I know you can buy other stuff with Litecoin or Ether or stupid Tether, but yeah, Bitcoin has really been the dominant gateway currency. So, one last thing. This is a really weird, messy video. They're 40 miles per hour, average speed cameras, bastards. Another one of my crypto students has launched this amazing website. So if you're a crypto investor out there and you're aiming to get into an altcoin of some sort, you've probably thought, what is the best way to buy it? Do I buy it through Litecoin, Ether, Tether, or Bitcoin? Through which way would give me the most coins or tokens? And so I would I earn nothing from saying this. I have no affiliate links. It's just a really damn good site. I would go to ETH or BTC.com, and basically you can simply put in what you have, what you're aiming to get in, and it'll tell you what's best to use. Anyway, hope that makes sense. I've got to make sure I stick to 40 miles per hour. I got a speeding ticket here 2 weeks ago doing 50 in a 40, which is normally 50, it's just a temporary 40, and Timmy did not spot it. Naughty Timmy. Well, naughty me. Timmy is just an advanced cruise control, I guess. Anyway, toodles, bye bye.